Here in Metro Detroit, there are many local channels and newspapers to choose from, not to mention countless network and cable news show. And where you get your news from is very important.
So as we continue our focus on news literacy, our Jim Kurtzner breaks down the big similarities and differences between local and national news.
We get our news from the phone, from TV, from streaming. It's constantly changing with new technology, but who's sending it to you is vastly different and very important.
Local news is strong in presenting factual cases of what's actually going on. It's not driven by the same sort of kind of opinion-oriented coverage that you're likely to see on cable news outlets or specific partisan outlets online.
Local news people are your neighbors. You see them on TV and at the grocery store. They understand what's relevant. They build relationships and inside sources. Trust and credibility are their stock and trade.
Trust in the media in general has been a big and growing problem over the years. And it's particularly acute with national sources. But one of the glimmers of hope in this area is local news.
Many websites and cable TV are not just different forms of news, but different business models. Cable news is on all day and night. They want your eyeballs there as long as possible, providing you information.
They have a lot of opinion on. They have a lot of people, sometimes experts, sometimes not very, that are just there to fill the time and share their ideas about things. They're not held accountable for those ideas.
The election is where you could see it all, different angles, alternative facts, fake news, mainstream media. As the nation was divided, so were your choices to get news.
Wow, we are just so detached from reality. We are unwilling to accept truth when it runs against our goals or our values or our worldview.
And then the siege on the U.S. Capitol.
There's an incredible risk in conflating all media together. Quote unquote, the media are many different things.
If we don't have at least a common understanding of what is factual and what isn't, we're never going to be able to have constructive conversations about solutions.
Local news can play a big part in terms of combating misinformation. And again, local news sources do have enjoy a much higher level of trust among the public than national news sources.
One other note, social media is not necessarily news. It's what other people post and what the algorithms want you to see. It's like cable TV. The more your eyeballs are on the page, the more they make money with you seeing their ads. Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.